What's up, everybody? This is Cool Dude, and welcome back to another figure review. I had fun with the last one, and when I got this guy recently, I'm like, hey, this is probably worth reviewing on the channel. So, you know, I'm a weirdo, I like this kind of stuff, so yeah, I'm just going to review it for you guys. Today we're going to be going over the Neca's Alien Isolation Xenomorph action figure for ages 17 and up, because Alien is a very grown-up franchise. There are lots of blood, lots of gore, lots of nasty stuff, but yeah, I'm a big fan of the Alien franchise, which is why I did the Alien vs. Predator rap battle on my channel, not only just because it was inspired by ERB, but just because I wanted to do Alien something on my channel, and so I had an excuse to do it there. But now I have this guy, I figure I'd do a figure review of it, so because I'm very excited to get into this. This is a figure that I've been eyeing for quite a bit, so hope it delivers. So let's take a look at the box first, like we did with the last one. Very nice looking figure in the box. Obviously its tail is curled up, because the thing with the Alien figures is that they have a long freaking tail, so they have to curl it up to make it fit inside. And just looking at the detail in the box, I like the logo on some of these, like you see Amanda Ripley being scared there, like how it does in the cover video game art for this one, Alien Isolation, which, if you don't know, takes place after the first Alien movie, but it's a prequel to Aliens and all those. And it follows Amanda Ripley, which is Ellen Ripley's daughter, trying to find her spaceship. And it's a pretty good game. Probably one of the better survival horror games of 2015. And I know this game is like 5 years old, but I'm late to everything, alright? Deal with it. And here's a look at the back of the box. Just gives you a closer look at the figure. How will you survive? Ooh, spooky. And the other figures available in the set, which are like Amanda Ripley and the Amanda Ripley spacesuit, which, gotta say, that one does not look good, but what do I know? And there's some text here about the backstory of the game, so if you want to read that, take a quick pause and just read it yourself. Alright, all read? Cool. And on the bottom of the box, it tells you all the names of the people that helped make this figure, the sculpt and everything. And with that out of the way, let's get on with opening this guy and getting him out of the box to take a closer look at the figure itself in greater detail. So, let's go. Just taking it out of the box, which is very hard. I had these scissors to cut into it, unfortunately. So if you are a box collector, you can leave it in the box. It's very easy to just leave it there. But if you want to open it, it's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a bit of extra work, but I got him out. So for those of you who are wondering what it looks like out, it's one of those things where, you know, they wire it, because I imagine they don't want anyone to steal it, which is it's reasonable, because this is a very high detailed figure. Looking at it, and it comes with this little tail piece, which I imagine they just kind of put in there because it didn't really fit inside the box, just putting it on the figure. So I'm going to go ahead and start cutting off this wire, and then we'll finally get a good look at him outside of all this wrapping. Alright, so now that he's officially out of the box, let's take a look at some of the accessories he comes with. This is a first for me. Tell me in the comments if this happens, you know, with other NECA, but this one actually comes with a little stand. So, because this is like the little thing you put on the figure. Your figure goes on this little thing, and this is the thing that this thing goes on. You clip it on very easily, like that. Tell me in the comments, is it common for NECA figures, at least Alien ones for that matter, to come with stands? Because this is the first time I've come across this, and I'm not really sure how you would put this big guy on your stand. I would highly recommend just getting your own one, because I really have no clue how you would properly stand this figure on this little thing. I mean, I'm sure you could clip it to the leg or, you know, the thigh and whatnot, but I don't know. It would look really awkward to me, so I'd highly recommend, if you want this to look good on your stand, try to get a bigger one. Like, actually, let me get an example of a good stand for these. One of these bad boys will probably suit this figure more. This is an Alien 3 dog Xenomorph that I got quite a while back, actually. It's probably the first Alien figure I ever got. I got it at Toys R Us, and yeah, this would probably work a lot better just because it's a lot more secure. You can stand it up more, and it'll look less awkward, I guess, with this thing. So try to get a big version of this. Not the exact model that I'm holding, but you just get something that is about this size, because it'll work better for this Alien figure. But with that out of the way, let's get to the figure itself. Alright, so remember this little piece I showed you earlier? This is not the tail piece, I'm an idiot. This is, I remember now, this is the piece that goes, there's this big giant hole behind the Xenomorph's neck, and basically what you're going to do is you're going to take this little thing and you're just going to plug it in just like that. Let me just see here. Make sure it lines up right to make it look good. There you go. And that's where it goes. That's the Xenomorph's little one of these little wires things, which I've heard are their breathing tubes back here, but what do I know? And now let's go on to this figure's detail. And for the record, yes, you can move these legs back, and this tail is indeed, in fact, bendy. It's very bendable. The more I pry at this one, it's probably one of the more bendy, tails I've seen on a Xenomorph in a while. Because all the ones that I've gotten, at least for me, have all had this like rotating ball joint right here. This one seems to be entirely like a bendy wire inside of this, so that's pretty cool. As for the detail on this guy, it is pretty damn cool. As you can see on the dome, it is a very translucent dome. This is very much, because Alien Isolation takes place, after the first Alien. This is obviously reminiscent of the first movie Alien, the Big Chap Alien. I don't know if it's the exact one, but it definitely shares a similar dome to the Big Chap Alien, in terms of that it starts off with the curve, and then it goes down into more of a, bump down sort of face. And it is one of those translucent domes where you can actually see a bit of the alien skull if you look really deep into it, which I know some people really don't like seeing the alien skull on the inside. I don't either, but I don't actually mind it on this one too much, just because it gives it a lot more of a classic alien look to it, because the classic alien has always seemed a lot like a gray color to me, so I don't mind this translucent dome here. And yeah, the greater line work in terms of the skeleton here, and the all the lines on his hand are really nice. And yeah, this is definitely, you can tell, a first movie Alien because of the feet and the hands. Feet down here, they have all 4 toes, very freaky. And the hands are 6 digits, which is very weird. But they're aliens. What do you expect? Nothing but weird. And yeah, just and it's very not too heavy, which is pretty cool. Not too top heavy anyway. I don't know if it'll stand on its own. Probably not. I'd imagine with all these the extra feet spikes or joints here. But as for articulation, this guy also does really well. Twist the head back and forth, go up, but don't go up too far, because a common mistake that people make, they go way too far up, and this thing, the thing that you're supposed to attach to here, will break off, or you'll either break the headpiece. So don't do that too much. But you cannot move it down too much. You can move it left to the right. And then the arms, you can move it all the way around, and then you can move it like that. Same thing with this arm. And they have the elbow joint, which is also very much appreciated. Do like these elbow joints, gives it a lot more mobility, I think, and posability, which is something I really seem to enjoy with these figures, the posability. And the fingers, you can rotate all the way around. This one all the way around. And it has a little, I think all the alien figures at this point have these, what is it? What are these called? I guess the chest joint, I guess. This is the joint that connects the lower body to the upper body. And you can move that like a disc. You can make them do a dance. And the legs, do love these legs because they are just super bendable, super posable. So you can move the leg joint here and this leg joint here. And you can move the knee joint like right there, right there. And then it has these extra heel joints, which is awesome. Heel joints can move like that, and this one moves like that. And then the feet as well can move all the way around. And then this one moves all the way around as well. So, in terms of detail and mobility, this guy works very, very nicely. Oh, silly me. How could I forget the most important part of this whole figure? The mouthpiece. You can get the mini mouth to come out. Just yank this up. And Minnie Mouth is very deep willy wedged in there. Like, I've tried this quite a bit, and the Minnie Mouth just will not come out. The problem with the Minnie Mouth is that it's like wedged on top of the jaw right here instead of the bottom in the, it's more the middle, so you have to really reach up in there and try not to break the mouthpiece. But you can get it to come out. Just gonna take a bit. Might cut this part out in case it goes too long. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Great. Alright, so, yep, that's the mini mouth right there. it's a pretty good length for the alien figure. Definitely not like Covenant length, because by God, that thing is huge. But this thing will work great too, like this little mouth. And yeah, just plop it back into place. But if you're gonna pull it out, just know that it's gonna take a lot of effort. You gotta really squeeze those fingers in there, and you gotta really kind of yank it around. But it can get the Minnie Mouth to come out. Oh, and last but not least, the tail. The tail is, of course, a bendy wire, so you can basically pose it any way you want, of course, without like breaking it too much. So you can go like that, move it forward like that, move it around like this, move it like that. And tail is a little bent right here, because this is the spear tail, I guess, that he uses to stab victims with. It's a little crooked, but I'm pretty sure that's just because of the box, the placement it was in the shipping. So, would I recommend this figure? I would, but I do have a few problems with this one. Mainly, unfortunately, mine, I don't know if you can notice on camera, but this shell piece here is slightly cracked. Like, I can already see it's about to come off here. Either it was not placed correctly, it wasn't placed properly, or this thing is, like, not, you know, put on right. But you can see, hopefully, you can see the little dome piece is slightly coming off on the front, on the sides here. So that is very disappointing. And also, I will say I think the overall, I don't know, the overall head mobility is a little weird. It's definitely stiffer than most other ones. It doesn't move as fluently, but I don't have any complaints about that. The arms, the legs, and the tail, because they move very nicely. In terms of detail, there really is no complaints with it. I guess my only complaint is that if you go right here, I would have liked this a little bit more blacked out, just a little bit more, like a little bit more grayed in, filled in, because I know they're trying to go for like the translucent dome, but I like a little bit translucent up here and then like gray down here. That's my style of alien anyway. But other than that, that's really all the complaints I can say. I highly recommend this one if you're an Alien fan. If you're definitely an Isolation person, definitely buy this one. Even if you're not an Isolation fan, like if you're just an Alien person in general, definitely get this figure. If you don't have a Big Chap Alien, which is very expensive nowadays, the original Big Chap Alien NECA figure, this one will definitely do. This is a very close second in terms of a Big Chap Alien, getting a really good Big Chap Alien figure. So, with that being said, that is my review of the Alien Isolation Xenomorph. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this figure review. Don't know if I'm going to do more of these, but I like doing these from time to time in case I get a figure that I really like and I think, hey, maybe I should review this and show this on camera. So, and this was just one of those figures to me. And well, until next time guys, stay cool, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye, y'all.